Thank you, everyone.
Comme ça, on les perd pas chez nous.
Start? Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. Just briefly, I'd like to introduce Dewan a bit for you, the people who don't know it. Dewan is a company started in Abu Dhabi about 40 years ago. We've been involved in many of the projects in the Middle East. 1984 was the first office, actually with Ras Al Khaimah, and then moved to Abu Dhabi. 99 we started our Dubai operations, which is now our headquarters. 2008 we actually started in Manila, where we have about 100 people as a back office. 2009 we started in Saudi, in Riyadh. We're still quite active there, we're about 100 people there. 21 we opened in Cairo, an office to support our Saudi activities. And 22 our last office in Vietnam to sort of concentrate on the Southeast Asian market. This is a bit of the stuff. We're about almost 700 architects now, and some of the projects that we've done in the region from Asia, Africa, Middle East, and a bit in Europe as well. This is just a brief background about Dewan, but I wanted to talk about specifically about MAD, which is a department, the Metaverse Architectural Department of Dewan. Okay. I'm speaking quicker than the video. I did a video to control the 10 minutes, so that I don't pass the 10 minutes. I've already on 7.5, so anyway. So basically, MAD is the Metaverse Architectural Department of Dewan. They're about, I think, 7 full-time people. They're all very young. I'm the oldest one there. And they concentrate on 3 main activities. It actually started as the Metaverse, where we did some experimentation in the Metaverse. We actually created our own NFT of a project, an iconic project that we wanted to develop in the Metaverse. We started doing NFTs of all the projects we're doing, and we're still doing that just to have them for posterity. And in 22 we bought our plot in Decentraland, which is there empty with nothing happening in it. And actually the following year we opened our virtual office there. So if anyone wants to visit it, it's there. You can visit the whole office. But towards last year we started developing more programs and softwares that actually would help us in our production, in our design capabilities. And we started investigating existing softwares, having some partnerships with other software developers to try and test and develop programs together. We've had actually quite a few in-house software that's developed, and some adapted to us, and I'll just go through 3 main aspects of what we are doing currently in the main 3 routes that we are using, the AI or the XR technologies. Again, I'm quicker than my video. So this is here, you can see all the software that we are actually testing. It's continuous. We have a team of 3 people that are just testing softwares and applying it to our projects to see if it actually encourages. Always doing it assimilation, the same time we're doing traditionally and through AI. So XR something is actually quite interesting the way we're developing. We're doing a lot of design meetings through immersive architecture. This, for example, is a project in Saudi where we had the meetings, the coordination meetings in BIM, where we gave color coding to all the different consultants, be it architecture, interior design, MEP structure, and we have virtual walkthroughs. People can be on their computers through their goggles, or we have also a dedicated room where you can have up to about 10 people walking around. So it's really a very nice way of a 3D way, where the whoever's leading the design manager or the BIM manager identifies a clash, he points it out, he creates an issue, and then he summons the people that are involved in that part to give their comments. So in this case, for example, there was an MEP pipe that was sticking out of a certain area that shouldn't be there. Both ID and MEP sort of discuss it. We can bring out the actual details, the sections of that area as well, and can sketch slightly on top of that as it's happening to explain you need to move the pipe, you need to raise the bulkhead, something like that. It's really a very quick way of visualizing it between all the team. And for example, here you bring out the section, you tell the pipe has to go back, build up the bulkhead, and this is all registered and videoed and with commentary as well in voice. You have the goggles with the speaker, so it's really like a real meeting, but sort of without the heat of Dubai or Saudi. This is another thing. So there was another issue about FF&E where there's summons again. It's Chris, for example, is the BIM manager. He summons everyone. Everyone goes to where he is, and he identifies something. For example, here we have, I think there's an issue. Can't see the laser, but yeah, the TV, sort of the FF&E was not placed properly, so it again creates the issue, registers it, ID comes in, says okay, we'll move it back, it's registered as a clash, and then that's fixed, and then you just cancel the issue that was created. And another thing, it's not just sort of for clash detection, but another thing that's quite interesting is because it's a full sort of BIM model, we can actually test things. For example, again, I'm talking too fast. For example, when we go outside, you can simulate certain things. Here, obviously, there's a very curved roof, so the MEP was always straight, and you get these punch throughs, so you just point it out so that the MEP people need to raise the whole stacks of the firefighting pipes. And again, here you have a full register of each issue, whether it's rejected, open, if someone's resolved it, bits and pieces, a door needs to be changed or it needs to be moved. And then things outside, which is very interesting as well, we can actually simulate the sun movement. So we can actually check things of the design during this site visit. For example, here we're doing the sun simulation, and we find out that the actual bar area where the barman is almost the whole day under the sun. So we propose either to move the whole bar area or extend the ceiling, things like that. That could be done in the meeting itself, tested, running the sun path again, and that gives us a very, very quick solution for a problem that usually really it's very, very difficult to see on drawings. Color coding, I think it's quite good because everyone is doing it. With regards to BIM, basically it's really the sort of automation of processes that we are developing within the standard BIM software that we have. BIM produces a huge amount of data, and this data is very useful to be able to control it, to study it, to develop it in a way, and to use it in future projects. We've developed some sort of softwares, either sort of a backup software. They're all autonomous, they're all work on their own. Certain software that is saving us a huge amount of time by automating things, especially these projects are getting bigger and bigger. The building models are getting huge, and the coordination and the clash control, we're saving a lot of time of a BIM manager who has to be involved checking all these things, whereas something in a computer can look at it, develop it, give you the list while we're sleeping, and the next day we have a full clash control to proceed. We've developed about six different softwares for the time being. Actually, even Autodesk is interested in one of them. It's basically controlling the data we have, sharing the data, sharing the backup, and the automation part of the actual sort of processes that are involved in BIM. The sort of third-party software, I think I have very little time, so these I'll just fly through them. There's quite a few software out there in the market where we're trying to develop, and as I said before, we always run them in parallel. We do our sort of in-house normal traditional design method, and we do sort of the AI method. But it's really, this is not as new. It's more popular now, but I mean, this has been Autodesk has the generative design tool maybe almost 15 years ago we were using it, especially for plans and interiors. But it's just a very, very quick way of testing things, of offering, especially in residential, you know, where the efficiency, where the sort of the mix is very critical. It can study certain solutions at a much quicker rate, and it's not that it's designing for you. It's the opposite. You know, it gives you more time to design. It just tests and gives you sort of all the permutations, all the possibilities in a much quicker way, where you can fix priorities that, you know, the 3-bedroom apartment has to be in a corner, 2-bedroom has to be slightly smaller, things like that. And it gives you all the different orientations. There's quite a few programs out there that we're testing, and we're sort of quite happy with quite a bit of them. So this is Glyph. This is actually a spectacular tool for BIM. What it does, it gives you the whole sort of layout for a project automatically. You don't do anything really. It's just, it takes what a guy with a BIM manager would take 2-3 days, it does it in 10 minutes. We're actually Glyph, we've already incorporated as part of our processes as well. There's some other tools which are more visualization, which I think they still have a bit of more time to go because the materials are very static. So that's all in 10 minutes, and thank you.